Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet. Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayat. Bhagavate Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Namo Pankajanabhaya Namo Pankajamalini Namo Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangri. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, Chapter 9, verses 22 to 33, Appearance of the Demon Vrutrasra. Text 22. Free from all material conception of existence and never wonderstruck by anything, the Lord is always jubilant and fully satisfied by his own spiritual perfection. He has no material designations, and therefore he is steady and unattached. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is the only shelter of everyone. Anyone desiring to anyone desiring to be protected by others is certainly a great fool who desires to cross the sea by holding the tail of a dog. Text 23. The Manu named King Satyavrata formally saved himself by tying the small boat of the entire world to the horn of the Matsya Avatara. The fish incarnation. By the grace of the Matsya Avatara, Manu saved himself from the great danger of the flood. May that same fish incarnation save us from the great and fearful danger caused by the son of Twatstra. Text 24. In the beginning of the creation, the tremendous wind caused furious waves of inundated water. The great waves made such a horrible sound that Lord Brahma almost fell from his seat of the lotus into the water of the devastation. But he was saved with the help of the Lord. Thus, we also accept the Lord to protect us from this dangerous condition. Text 25. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, who created us by his external potency and by whose mercy we expand the creation of the universe, is always situated before us as a super soul. But we cannot see his form. We are unable to see him because all of us think that we are separate and independent gods. Text 26 and 27. By his inconceivable internal potency, the Supreme Personality of Godhead expands into various transcendental bodies as Vamanadeva, the incarnation of the strength amongst the demigods, Parashurama, the incarnation among the saints, Narasimhadeva, and Varaha, incarnations among animals, and Matsya and Kurma, incarnations among aquatics. He accepted various transcendental bodies among all types of living entities. And among human beings, he especially appears as Lord Krishna and Lord Rama. By his causeless mercy, he protects the demigods who are always harassed by the demons. He is the supreme worshipable deity of all living entities. He is the supreme cause, represented as the male and the female creative energies. Although different from this universe, he exists in this universal form, Virat Rupa. In our fearful condition, let us take shelter of him, for we are sure that the Supreme Lord, the Supreme Soul, will give us his protection. Text 28. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, My dear king, when all the demigods offered him their prayers, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Hari, carrying his weapons, the conch shell, disc, and club, appeared first within their heart and then before them. Text 29 and 30. Surrendering the services of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana wears 16 personal attendants, decorated with ornaments and appearing exactly like him, but without the marks of Srivatsa and the Kaustubha jewel. O king, when all the demigods saw the Supreme Lord in that posture, smiling with eyes like the petals of lotus grown in autumn, they were overwhelmed with happiness and immediately fell down like rods, offering dandavats. Then they slowly rose and pleased the Lord by offering him prayers. Text 31. The demigod said, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, you are competent to give the results of sacrifice, and you are also the time factor and destroyer. All such results is due course. You are the one who releases the chakra to kill the demons, O Lord, who possesses many varieties of names. We offer our respectful obeisances unto you. Text 32. O Supreme Controller, you control the three destinations, promotions of the heavenly planets, birth as a human being, and condemnation in hell. Yet your supreme abode is Vaikuntha Dhama. Since we appear after you created this cosmic manifestation, your activities are impossible for us to understand. We therefore have nothing to offer you but our humble obeisances. Text 33. O Supreme Personality of Godhead, O Narayana, O Vasudeva, Original Person, O Most Exalted Person, Supreme Experience, Welfare Personified, O Supreme Benediction, Supremely Merciful and Changeless, O Support of the Cosmic Manifestation, sole proprietor of all planetary system, master of everything and husband of the goddess of fortune. Your lordship is realized by the topmost sannyasis who wander about the world to preach Krishna consciousness, fully absorbed in samadhi through the bhakti yoga. Because their minds are concentrated upon you, they can receive the conception of your personality in their fully purified hearts. When the darkness in their hearts is completely eradicated and you are revealed to them, the transcendental bliss they enjoy in the transcendental form of your lordship. No one but such persons can realize you. Therefore, we simply offer our respectful obeisances. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for Kumati. Hare Krishna. So let me stop sharing. Harinam Kirtan Prabhu, whenever you're ready, you can start, Prabhuji.
Sure, Prabhuji. Can you hear me?
Yes, Prabhu, it's clear, Prabhuji.
Okay. Thank you so much, dear devotees, for joining the today morning Srimad Bhagavatam class. We will offer with the prayers. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Dhyananjana Shalakaya Chakshuru Miritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatale Chatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to Srimad Bhagavatam class, and we are reading a very interesting section of the appearance of the demon Vitrasura. And yesterday, Krishnavenu Prabhuji has nicely summarized that how the Twasta who performed the ritualistic ceremony for Indra and how he kind of offered the oblations, he was doing for the demigods and then for the demons as well secretly. And when Indra got angry, he kind of slaughtered the Twasta, and then very a fiery demon, fearful demon, son of Twasta, he appeared and he covered all the planetary system. His name was Vrata, that means who covers everything. And then immediately, as soon as the demon appeared, Indra, with all his, all his soldiers, and basically with bows and arrows, with weapons, so they kind of attacked. But then all of these demigods, they attacked Vritrasura. Vritrasura just swallowed all their weapons. It's like, it's something like a kid is, it's something a big army is fighting, but somebody is easily, very easily, like, childish way, it conquers all of them. Just swallowed all their weapons. And so when the demigods saw, oh my God, we have so much strength, we are so powerful, we have all the Divyastra, all the weaponry arts, and here is a demon, who kind of, they were surprised, full of wonder, and the same time they were disappointed because they were surprised to see the strength of this particular demon, Vritrasura. And in that situation, in the situation of, they were hopeless because they are not able to do anything, they're not able to defend themselves with this attack of demon. And then they came together, they all met together and trying to play the super soul and started offering the prayers to Lord Narayana. So this is the background which is going on, and there are wonderful prayers in the coming section, especially the Vritrasura prayers. They're very well known. So yesterday, the prayers from the Devas started, Deva Uchuhu 21 onwards, and they started to glorify the Supreme Lord Narayana by their wonderful prayers. Now, there are many, many angles, or one can look up those prayers and how they are relevant to all of our life. What important lesson philosophically, practically, or what we can understand. Glorifying is an art, is a thing which we need to learn from these great Vaishnavas, because everybody wants to glorify someone, everybody wants to appreciate. Everybody is, like the people of this material world is always ready to glorify the politician, the film star, the movie star, the cricket star, or so we have the tendency in our own self that we want to appreciate, we want to worship somebody, we want to adore somebody, we want to glorify somebody, and we are always fathomed by the people's potency or their energy. Oh, he is this, he is that, so we have that tendency in our own self to adore someone like that. But if that same adoration, the same worshipful part is directed to the Supreme Lord, that's it. That's a perfect combination. Instead of glorifying all the so-called people of this world. Yes, certainly we should glorify the Vaishnavas, because when Lord is glorified, along with him, we should also glorify the pure devotees of the Lord, because their activities are also divyam. Lord activities are divyam, janma karma chame divyam. Similarly, the pure devotees they come to this world and they do so many sacrifice, they do so much, to so much compassion they show to the fallen soul. Their activities are also glorified, so we should glorify them. So the demigods started with the prayers, starting with the Panchamahabhut, and which are created by the Lord, and which are controlled by various demigods from Brahma and everyone. And they're presenting all different things, a time factor, typical prayers started, time, you're the supreme controller, you are everything, from you everything emanates, or you are the beginning, everything is controlled by you. So these are the, typical prayers we should also, imbibe, so that we remind ourselves every day in our life that I am not a controller, the body of 5 elements is given to me. This body is made of 5 elements. Lord is the person who has given us the time factor, which is ticking across. Its time is given by the Lord. So text 22 onwards, the prayers are again, they're glorifying the Lord, that Lord, you're always jubilant, and you are fully satisfied by your own spiritual perfection, by his own spiritual perfection. You don't have any designation, because all the demigods have material designation. They're heading some department or something, and they're Mishra Bhakta. They are great devotees of the Lord, but at the same time they have the desire to enjoy the prestige, or to control the things of this world. But still, they are the great devotees. So they have this material designation. They are still not free from those. But they're glorifying Lord, my dear Lord, you don't have any material designation. You are steady, you are unattached from everything, all the material things, because they feel themselves as an attached to the post position, and they are in such a scary condition, hopeless condition, because they are being kind of defeated from the Vritrasura. So Srila Prabhupada writes in this purport, he quotes from the 10th canto, very important words. Samashrita ya pada pallavam mahat padam punya yasho murari bhavem buddhir vatsa padam param padam yat vipadam natesham. Very, very powerful, very important words. Let me read the translation. The Lord Lotus feet are an indestructible boat, and if one takes shelter of that boat, he can easily cross the ocean of nescience. Consequently, there are no danger for a devotee. Although he lives within this material world, which is full of danger at every step, one should seek the shelter of all powerful instead of trying to be protected by one's own concocted idea. It's a very, very powerful statement Srila Prabhupada is making. Basically, we all desiring to be protected. He will protect me, this person will protect me. So Srila Prabhupada, I think that we are a great fool if we think we can protect it. And Srila Prabhupada quotes the example of a dog. A dog can swim in the water, but if a dog dives in the ocean and someone wants to cross the ocean by holding a dog's tail, he's certainly fool number one. That's how Srila Prabhupada right. So this world is full of miseries, full of adi devik, adi bautik, kleshas, adhyatmic, and then birth, old age, death, disease, the external and the internal. So in the gross form, every day our life, something or other will pop up. Not something, maybe something some other days or weekly. Life is like that. There are always challenges, difficulty externally as well as internally as well. So our mind, our body's problem, our mental's problem, our consciousness issues, the anarthas keep popping up here and there. So the externally, internally, we are fighting. So it's a war. Life is a war. The demigods, they're also fighting with the demons, and they are defeated and they take shelter of the Lord. Our life is also a war. Because of these material challenges, threefold miseries, as well as the internal challenges, what we see, that is also similar, because the threefold misery includes all of those, the external, the mental, or the which come from the natural calamities. But to be more specific, internal issues, external issues, they keep chasing us all the time. But Srila Prabhupada writes a very important statement that if one takes shelter of the Lord, one takes shelter of that boat, the indestructible boat, the Lord's lotus feet are the indestructible boat. If one takes shelter of that boat, one can cross all these nescience, all these problems, everything. So it's a kind of right. There are miseries all across this material world, but for a devotee, there are no danger for a devotee, although he lives in this material world. Why? Because a devotee is always absorbed in remembering the Lord. A devotee is always, he's happy in those situations. He's happy. Whatever Lord will give me, I am happy in the situation. Let me try to serve in that same situation where I am. Instead of, asking this and that, and if I have that, I'll become happy. So there is no such proposal, no such ideas. He's happy where he is. He's fully happy in serving the Lord, and always busy in worshiping the Lord, serving the Lord. That's how it is. That's why he is not, although being in this material world, being in this material body, but he spiritualized everything practically. And in that way, they don't feel any miseries. They are ready to go to any place, whether it is heaven, whether it is hell, anywhere, as long as they're able to remember the Lord, have the association of great devotees, they're happy. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur often quotes, well, that let me become a dog in the door of a Vaishnava, let me have the association of your great devotees. So Acharyas, they don't mind, even going to such lowly position, as long as they are having some association, they are having an opportunity to remember the Lord. So that is their level. But the important part, what we need to understand by this whole chapter is that what is the essence of this? The essence of the whole thing is taking shelter of the Lord. Uh, as we can see, the demigods being defeated are taking shelter of the Lord. They know Lord is my protector, and they go to him, take shelter. Similarly, the whole Srimad Bhagavatam is on the same theme. Parikshit Maharaj being cursed by, Shringi, what he's doing? He's not, doing anything. He's going and take shelter of the great devotees. Sukhdev Goswami is trying to hear from the Lord. So if we analyze very carefully Srimad Bhagavatam, practically there are so many pastime. Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruv Maharaj, uh, Arjuna, same Arjuna also. So much distress and difficult condition, but took shelter of the Lord. So this is the winning formula. This is the formula which can help us to cross all the hurdles of life. That we needs to learn. We need to learn this particular art to take shelter of the Lord. Shelter of the Lord, shelter of the devotees, shelter of the holy name, shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam, and shelter of something, all of these anga of bhakti, the 9 processes of bhakti, there are different anga. So we need to use these things. This is our shastra basically. This is our armor. This is what we need to do. So we will able to defeat many times, externally, internally, all these anarthas, all the challenges. But there will be a situation in our life too when we'll be hopeless, when we'll not have anything where to look for, we will be completely hopeless. And that is a situation that, we surrender ourselves. Oh Lord, I tried, enough. And surrender, Lord, you decide. You take care of this situation. You please handle, my Lord. I'm already done. I cannot handle many more. That is the situation they are in. Arjuna was not able to handle the situation anymore. Took shelter of the Lord. And all the great devotees, life of Srila Prabhupada, we can see, or all the great devotees, they exhibit this particular aspect very often and emphasize a lot. When we chant in the morning, what we are doing, we're taking shelter of the Lord. Oh dear, oh Mother Radha, oh Krishna, please engage us in your divine service. Right now, reading Srimad Bhagavatam, we are taking shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam. We're taking shelter of Srila Prabhupada, who has given such beautiful purport. Taking shelter of Sukhdev Goswami, Vedavyasji. So we are taking shelter, and taking shelter has to be done in a very humble mood, in a submissive mood. I was recently hearing a class, and Radheshyam Prabhu was sharing that I asked one of the Maharajas asked in the class that what is one quality, what are the qualities we are trying to cultivate in Brahmachari ashram or any ashram? It doesn't matter which ashram, but what is the one quality? And then devotees are telling humility, tolerance, forgiveness, all these qualities we're trying to cultivate in our life, bhakti life. And then Maharaj Radheshyam said, yes, all these qualities are fine, but I'm looking for something very important. Who can tell me that one quality which kind of imbibes all of these kind of things? And then Prabhuji shared that one devotee popped up and he shared that obedience. or we can call it submissiveness. That is one quality, which kind of, if our heart, if our mind, if we are submissive, or if we are obedient, or to the instructions of Guru, to the instructions of Krishna, then all these things will naturally develop, because we have accepted. Our heart is, there is no resistance in our heart. Our heart is surrendered. Our heart is ready to receive anything which comes from the Lord and His devotee, and ready to implement and accept in our own life. So that means there is no resistance. There is no if and buts. We just accept and we try to do it. That's again a very high level. We just accept instructions from the great devotee. So that's one quality of submissiveness or obedience to the Lord and His, to the Guru. So very, very important. Coming back to the verse, we have very less time and so much to cover. So then now the demigods are trying to quote some example. So they quoted an example of the Manu, King Satyartha, that how he saved himself, by trying the small boat of the entire world to the horn of Matsya Avtara, how he tied a small boat to the horn of Matsya Avtara, the fish incarnation of the Lord. So that quoting example, oh Lord, you saved him, you did with this with him. Then again, they are telling that all the tremendous wind, all the water, all that has happened, and the time of the, what is the discretion? In the time of devastation, there was a horrible sound, and Brahma lost his seat, but he was saved by you. So again, they are quoting a second example, that how Lord Brahma was saved from the devastation time, how Brahma was saved, how King Satyavrata Manu was saved. And then they further they keep telling that, oh Lord, that you who created us, you have created us by your potency, and we have expanded this creation of universe, and you are already there as a super soul in ourselves, but we cannot see you. So they write very clearly that we cannot see you. You are already there in the super soul, but we cannot see you. Because the reason is we think we are separate and we are independent. Prabhupada writes very clearly that, the why conditioned soul cannot see the Lord face to face. Even the Lord is present in terms of Lord Krishna, Lord Ramchandra, or, so many Prabhupada calls of Jananti Ma Modha, Manusham Tanum Ashritam. The rascal deride the Supreme Personality of Godhead, thinking him to be ordinary human being. So we just not able to accept this simple fact that Lord is the supreme controller. He is the master of everything. And then Sri Prabhupada quotes another very important verse, and it writes that we all are conditioned to various degrees. We all have conditioning. We all have challenges. We all have resistance in our heart. The instructions of Guru and Krishna. Many we are able to follow. Many are not able to follow. But this bhakti process is such a wonderful process that if we keep sticking to the process, keep sticking to the limbs of bhakti, Srimad Bhagavatam, chanting, reading, hearing, taking association of devotee, we keep hearing, keep continuing, then gradually we can see the covering of these anarthas, the covering of our consciousness will expand. Our heart will be filled with devotion more and more. We can see that progress in our heart. And then we'll be gradually freed from this conditioning. Gradually we'll be freed. So text 26, 27. Then again, they are quoting that by your internal potency, you expand into different avatara, and they are bringing that Vamandeva came, Bali Maharaj, and how they saved that time also Vamandeva, how you came as a Parshuram, you killed so many kings. That time also you said how you came as Narasimhadeva, you Baladeva, you killed Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, and Matsa Kurma. So they're remembering all the pastimes of the Lord. They are doing, they are recollecting all their memories and bringing that, oh Lord, you have done all of this. You are the supreme cause, you are the supreme deity. You are exist as a Virat Rupa. We all take shelter of him. You are the supreme Lord, supreme soul. So these are the prayers the demigods are offering. And Srimad quotes many important verses. I am not have time. Please read. And then in text 28 onwards, when all these demigods offer the prayers, Lord Krishna, Lord Hari, and carrying his all the weapon, he appeared in their heart first. So this is the process. He appeared in the heart, and then before him. Similarly, Narad Muni past tense also he appeared, and like that. So this is the way we need to, have appear the Lord first of all in our heart. So, and then he can appear before us. But the problem is we want to see him. He will appear in the heart. And then the Lord comes surrounded by, the 16 attendants, decorated with all the ornaments and everything. So Srila Prabhupada writes that the Lord was wearing the mark of Shiva's and Kaustuba as well. So that is the difference between the Lord Narayana and all the other attendants. So that's a major difference between them. And then demigods are telling again that you are competent to give the result of sacrifice. Your time factor, you destroy those results also. You are the one who releases this chakra, the glorifying chakra, that your chakra is, you kill the demon by those chakra. And oh Lord, you have so many varieties of name. We offer our obeisance then to you. So text 20, 30, 32. Again, continuing that you control the, the heavenly planet, or human beings, or anybody going to hell or Vaikuntha. So it's in your control. You control everything. Your activities are unlimited, impossible to understand. We don't have anything, my Lord, but we offer our obeisances to you. So again, Srila Prabhupada writes that this is the way we should ask the benediction of the Lord, that, that they don't have any information. But text 33 in the end, they again set of prayers, and very importantly, they write that they're glorifying the Lord, supreme, exalted, but they glorify the bhakti also, that those who are fully absorbed in samadhi through bhakti yoga, whose mind are concentrated upon you, they can receive you, in their fully purified heart. So their heart will be purified. And when their darkness in the heart is eradicated, you are revealed to them completely. And the transcendental bliss, they enjoy the transcendental form of your Lordship. So again, the whole theme is, as I mentioned, that how demigods are trying to take shelter of the Supreme Lord in this difficult condition where they are right now. And this is the theme of Srimad Bhagavatam. This should be the theme of our life too. That the Sukha, Dukha will come and go. We should not give up taking shelter of the Lord by chanting His holy name, by reading Srimad Bhagavatam, by association with devotee, all the different limb of bhakti. So this is how we take shelter of the Lord. And in a very difficult situation, we should seek the shelter of devotees. We should pray intensely. Praying is also a part of, very, very important part. How do we take shelter of the Lord? Very, very important. All Srimad Bhagavatam is filled with so many wonderful prayers. And you can see when we are in a very, very difficult situation, very difficult challenging situation, that time the prayers will come from the heart, with some tears also will come. Because we are hopeless at that time. We don't have anything to control. That time we'll have that affection will come. So one should read the life of this great devotee like Srila Prabhupada, for wonderful prayer in the boat. We should read those prayers to cultivate that consciousness. Although we are not in that difficult situation, we should read, we should understand what kind of difficulty those went through. We can appreciate, we can recognize their contribution, and we will understand the mood, how to offer those prayers when difficult situation will come to me. Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah, thank you so much, Harinam Kirtan Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.